Tervetuloa takaisin Phoenix Wright Saturnin läpipeluseen. Päivä 2, trialin aika. December 26, 9:44 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Vartti ennen trialin alkua. Kaama. That's right, Manfred von Kaama. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He's a god of prosecution, right? A god. Not a single case. He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Kaama is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. So he was your teacher then, it says Edgeworth. Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep. Oh wait, maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years. He's as ruthless as me, times 20. That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia. Maya? We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh. I can't. Sorry, I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach. I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. Tämä on vähän niinku viimeinen bossi. Courtroom number 3. Verpäinen limsaa pienit. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Von Kaama, is the prosecution ready? Fool. You seriously think that I will stand here not completely prepared? Right, my apologies. He's even got the jaws scared. Very well, you open a statement, please. Decisive evidence. Decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness. What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? I call the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident now. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on that boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 AM, she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. Overheard map of Court Lake. Testify to the court about the arrest. Now. Wait, Mr. Von Kaama. Yes. Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There is only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Yes, of course, you are quite right. No, he's not. The arrest of Edgeworth. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning a body was found in the lake, so we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Jolly dude. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now. Man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. You received a call from a man? Yep. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? That woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people? There were 2 witnesses. The testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I've summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping? Well, hard. What happened next, detective? We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. It's about to know. That's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is get there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Look forward to your next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejected daydream. Continue. Yes, sir. That's where we found Miss Edgeworth. What was Miss Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard-cold objective facts. Yes, sir. Man, he's got his share of objections. No, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. Why don't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard of so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective Kamshu doesn't look so good. Continue, now. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here's a bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well, the court accepts that this bullet into evidence. Pistol bullet. Luen väärän tekstin. Found in the victim's body, fired from a 22 caliber pistol. So we had to arrest Miss Edgeworth. Well, why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon? A pistol. Dang. Toi, mikä upper receiver tai mikä tää on, kannattaa jotenkin vähän... Jokana tuli mieleen kyllä Desso, mutta... Tosta piipun koosta, mutta... Tosta tulee kyllä mieleen joku niinku... No 2-2 kyllä joo. A pistol. Detective Kamshu. That is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right. Sorry, Joanna. The murder weapon was found in the boat. It was decisive evidence. What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? Ah, he has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Miss Edgeworth's right hand. What? Order. So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon. Yes, Joanna. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. The murder weapon, 22 caliber, fired 3 times, bears prints from Edgeworth's right hand. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective. Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes, the ballistic markings on the bullet matched the pistol. Hey, Nick. What does he mean, ballistic markings? Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings. Nick, he's glaring at me. Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which, as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Order. This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge, I say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witness to speak, no doubt. Very well. I'm somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge? Yes? What are you doing? A 10-minute recess, now. But wait, I... Just bring your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man. Yes. This court will take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court anyway? Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon. And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The one who could have shot the man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at that time that he had shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. How am I going to convince anyone of that? Say, Maya. Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry, it's not good. I know. I'm not good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? No, I need you here. Edes niinku henkistä tukea. No, of course not. I need you here. Sitä paitsi jos sä lähdet nyt kotiin, niin ei ole mitään mahdollisuutta saada sitä Mia paikalle. I can see you are always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help. It's the thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick, you don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Ah, everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is going to run out. Really? Oh, whoa, right. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Oh, sorry. Oops. What is back in session? Mr. Von Kalma, call your witness. Yes. Will Mr. Latterhart take the stand? Latterhart, you are a research student at the university. That I am. Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? You'll need to learn some manners. Understand? Yeah, I understand. Very well. Your testimony, please. Witness's account. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't everything on that lake but that boat. Enough. Huh? Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accept it as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order. I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have an order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake, so the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgebeth. You fucking out of here! Well, Judge, the evidence is decisive. I have very little doubts about this case. Very well, this court finds the defendant. Wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. A cross-examination. We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is 30,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. Or do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of court. Ah, Nick, contempt? Contempt of court, you know. I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Mulla ei mitä minä contempt of court. Tulee meille ensimmäisenä, että määritetään häiriköksi tai jotain. Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony? I think there was. I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't the waste of time. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. Just after midnight, you say. In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Huh? Yeah, well, yes. I know you want to find contradictions, but really? I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony. I was in my car. Why were you in camping there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What's research? This all sounds suspicious. Kyllä sinä tiedät. Ihan turha. No, presväyty. En mä sitä mitään menetä. Missä oot? Could you be more specific about your research? What does this witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Wait now, I'm the one who says that. Well, then say it already. Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. I heard this bang come up from the lake. So you weren't looking at the lake at the time? Nope. I looked after I heard that noise. She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents on a boat. Could you clearly see the two men? Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you. Uh-oh. Press red. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Yeah, well, of course. The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your process contradictions. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Then there was another bang. Were you watching at the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sir. You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble. Oh, Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sir as country gal can be. That sounds pretty, sir. How come you are so sure? Well, that guy scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Mrs. Hart, you... Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained! Yes, of course. Oh, great. Enough. I think we have heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But Your Honor, you keep your promise, Mr. Wright. I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood? Aha. Nick. Lord's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean. But if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe you have covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Hold it. Kuka ton sanoi? Who was that? It was me. Maya. Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? No, I don't. Do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? You will stand down. The code does not acknowledge the defense's outburst. Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it. I saw Ashworth. Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. God, let's get Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave. No. Wait. I was the one who made that outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. Ha. What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong. Wrong. What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have right to cross-examine her again. Order! You are in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Mr. Lotta Hart made a new testimony. The defense does not have a right to cross-examine her again. But in the contempt of court. No, I am. If you are going to arrest someone, arrest me. Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately. Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya. Thanks, Maya. At least someone has balls here. But I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. I'd better find a contradiction here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. Alright. Tiedän mitä tehdä. I saw it clear today. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. Etkä nähnyt. Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took. The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Mr. Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. Please. Yet now she said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart. What? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said I could. I said I could, and I meant I could. Then please testify to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. How Ashworth was seen. You're right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See, no problem. You use binoculars. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good. No, prestetaan taas kaikkea. So, how could you see Ashworth? Now just hold your horses for a second. You hated Yankee types and never find a gal where I'm from. Given that I just have trouble with that as it is. Nobody loves me. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back into the car. Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic. This issue we are concerned with here. The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained. He's not letting her answer any of my questions. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? I've got doubts about your camera too. What's that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright. Is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with the line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? Press further. This is make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Joanna. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there. Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear you. The camera was set up to take pictures of meteor showers. Of a meteor shower. Mites tämä? Fuck. Mites tämä? Tää menee kyllä nyt ihan syteen ja saveen. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on the lake. It's not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, well, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect. Now wait a minute. Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth. No unnecessary comments, please. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. No, presta vielä tätä. If there was a heavy fog, how would binoculars challenge that at all? What do you mean? Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him? I did, yeah. Enough. There's no room for doubt in her testimony. She sounded pretty doubtful to me. But I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many von Karma objections I get. I'm going to find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. No, tähän mä voisin koettaa näyttää sitä kuvaa. Tämä oli uusi. Kysymys kuuluu että miksi se kamera on osoitettu sinne järvelle eikä taivaalle. Ja siinäkään ei mitään järkeä, että se laukeisi kovista äänistä. Koska meteorit ei hirveästi ääntä ennen kuin ne vasta niinku iskeytyy maahan. Jos ne iskeytyy maahan lujaa. Ja sitä paitsi se valo siitä tulee ensin. Ja sitten tulee vasta ääni jälkeenpäin, että no sitten tasapäin. You were photographing shooting stars. That's a lie. Say who? Take a look at this photograph. This was taken on an automatic setting, was it not? Yeah, that's right. You have to point the camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. My thoughts exactly. But, as this photograph clearly shows, the camera was pointed directly at the lake. Oof. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Joanna. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? Show evidence. Joanna, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to photograph at the lake? Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy? The sighting at Gold Lake. Well, Miss Hart, I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. No, eikö se, että sä osoitat sen kamerassa siihen järvelle, on riittävä selitys. I have proof. I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Well, let's see it. And no throwing arrows this time, please. What is proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy, the lake monster? No, sä itse sanot siinä. Sä väität, että sä et mukaan oo kuullut siitä mitään, ja sä saa itse sanoa. Se on sun ottama kuva. The proof is the article about Gordy, the lake monster. Eiköhän mulla tulossa rakkula mun peukalla, kun mä painan niin paljon alttiin. Pitää vaihtaa oikeaan käteen. The proof is this article about Gordy the lake monster. Ehkä mä käteen etusormeen. According to this article, when Gordy breaks through the water, it makes a loud noise. This is why you set up your camera with that microphone. You had it set to respond loud noises. And that's how you got this picture when the pistol fired. Order. I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yes, sir. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photograph of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad. Are you alright? Are all you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! But as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please rise your testimony. Right, fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it. Let us know testimony. Actually, I'm a research student at the university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it would be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at that lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash in one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to try. Well, Mr. Sheriff, you may cross-examine the witness. The witness' testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has now no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. When comes up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... why? What's the contradiction? Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. Huh, that would be a first. Very funny. You understand that this is your last chance at cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. What was the new testimony? Actually, I'm not a research student at the university. Then what manner of person are you? I'm not sure I'm high-falutin enough to be called a manner of anything. I'm an investigative photographer. An investigative photographer. Yep. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. And guess what? What? There was a UFO. There was a UFO just hanging in the sky. A UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object. A UFO. That's when I had sort of a revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Imagine what scoop it would be if I got a picture of that monster. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah, they even had him up on TV. I'm not sure that appearing on the local news Rumor of the Month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper. For real. Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. That's why I was camping out by the lake. That's why you put the automatic sensor onto your camera. Yep, borrowed it from a university professor. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yep. So how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. But that's all I was hiding. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out what I was up to, the lake be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate chatterbox trying to steal my scoop. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually... Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case. Whatever you say won't come. I know you told her to keep quiet. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at that leg. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard of one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper sound than I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. There wasn't much else to look at. Yep. I don't know if she heard a bang and she thought Cody was out there. I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at the boat. What? What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hush pops, I'm getting there. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. Sanon sit tästä, että tämän mukaista nyt mä en tiedä, mä kyllä nyt lauta vielä mitään. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at the time? Huh? Wait, so you are thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so, nope. The lake was smooth as glass, and nobody was on that shore, neither. I'd better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat one comma any other way. There has to be something. Eli tähän pitäisi nyt keksiä jotain. Se on joko tämä tai tämä. Ehkä tämä. Väärin tää varmaan on, mutta koitetaan. Joo, väärin se. No, koetan tätä. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? Well, what's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person be looking at it. I agree, any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? You don't wanna step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Cody. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Cody, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Ah. Order, continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch the boat. You needed them to search for Cody, and that's what you were doing. Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Cody might be out there and all. Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing really. I thought, you know, I could be witness to a murder and all. I kinda got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat till now. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, You got the photograph, you got proof. Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took this photo and... Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who is shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality a mite, but should let us see who's who. Miten mä musta tommosta? She enlarged that photo. Why won't Kama let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Kama. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll be in prison for Edgeworth, or worse. What should I do? Make her show the enlargement. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist. What are you talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Kama? Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us an enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. We still cannot see who is firing this. It could be that the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Taken automatically on 25th of 12 time. 12:25 5. Miten toi pitäisi sanoa, en minä tiedä. At 12:15 AM. Happy now, Mr. Wright. There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement. You got the enlargement. And little good it has done for any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Kama, do you have anything to add? I said everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Object to the enlargement. Niin kuin objectaan omaa. Mä en keksi mitään muutakaan mä näyttäisin. Jos mä vaan odotan ja katson, niin sulla tulee kiltivärit. No, mulla ei muutakaan, mitä mä keksisin evidenssiksi, kun tällä on ammuttu 3. Et. Tämä en ole vieläkään päässyt käyttämään. Show other evidence. Wait. Joanna, this evidence. I believe we have spent enough time talking about evidence. Indeed. We have heard opinions on every piece of evidence, but this enlargement. I see no point in retracing our steps. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Object to the enlargement? Joanna, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. Oh, what might that be? Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. I'm sure the judge was strange about this photo. No, mulle tulee ihan ensimmäisenä mieleen, että tämä on kalju. Here you are. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Can you be more specific? Specific, right? I'm sure the judge was strange about this photo. Onko se sama ase? Kyllä se näyttää samalta aseelta. Sen vaatteet. Oliko Edgeworthilla nämä vaatteet päällä silloin? Onko se sama? Joo. Onko se lisännyt tähän tämän flash-efektin, koska siinä pienemmässä kuvassahan ei ollut mitään flash-efektiä. Here Joanna. Where? It's right, I understand you are in tight spot. However, you have nothing to gain by making baseless claims of faulty evidence. Joanna, never mind that my finger slipped. Please let me show you again. Missään oranssia. Ei. No se hätkähtää jos siinä kohtaa kun se ase laukee. Ja se siinä kohtaa kun siinä ei kyllä hirveästi reagoida. Here Joanna. Where? Is it right understand? Oi paska. More specific. Mun pitää olla specific. Tää on ampujan kanssa. The hand. Hitto nyt mä missasin, kun mä kuulin, se oli sama. Mitähän liian sanotte? Voitte mennä taaksepäin ja koittaa pysäyttää sen siihen kohtaan. Se oli yli frame, mutta te voitte hidastaa sitä videoa. Sano jotain tärkeää isolla punaisella. That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Niin. Sanoit, että se oli sen oikeassa kädessä se fingerprintti. Tää on se vasen käsi. Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that the left hand contradicts. Prints from Edgeworth's right hand. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding the pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright, yes, Your Honor, you have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired that pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? The victim shot himself. Niin ainakin toi Edgeworth väitti, mutta... Ja en halua syyttää Läriä. Ja väittäkään vahvasti kyllä, että missä Hattikaan ei ollut kyllä siellä veneellä. Tai niinku ampumassa ketään. There is only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order. So you are saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can't think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question. Or what? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. There is no way it could have been suicide. Order. Mr. Von Kama, are you certain accurate of your data? Of course, I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. Time of death sometime shot from approximately 1 meter away. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. This court is adjourned. Phew, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I've yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go check on Maya. Oh, right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her that Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Will it kill you to just state how you are really feeling? Thanks, Edgeworth. I requisitioned the transcript of Laura's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial of tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. I heard 2 sounds, like gunshots after midnight on 25.12. To be continued. Vähän meni yli tunnin. Kiitos kun katsoitte ja jatketaan ensi kerralla.